afternoon, students. Welcome back to second year botany section now. So, thanks for waiting for my class and watching this class also. So, today we are going to see the SAQs from the bacteria and the viral chapters. Otherwise, the most important SAQs, chapter-wise, if I'll go, then I can say the chapter-wise questions. Otherwise, the most important occurring questions also we can take. So first of all, we have finished those who came today only for the class. Those who have not watched the previous classes, I'm giving you the one small instruction. That is one LAQ we have finished till now. What we have to write in the IP exams, the LAQs which are coming from the 13th and the 14th chapter according to the Telugu Academy material. That is the strategies for the enhancement of food production and the sewage water treatment. That is the microbes in the human welfare. Okay. So in this plant breeding process, tissue culture, and the sewage water treatment, we have finished. So out of these three LAQs, one LAQ we will get in the IP exams. Okay. So prepare with at least one LAQ thoroughly. Then in that, no cuts in the marks. 8 out of 8 we have to get it. Like that, because all these three are the theoretical questions. No need of drawing anything. If that drawing is also there, very simple drawing, and if flow chart is there. So flow charts we can write and we can draw, and the theory we can remember at least the side headings and everything. And if you write according to that, you can score 8 out of 8 in that LAQ. So 8 marks we have gained already. We can say, isn't it? Even I can say. So those who are watching these videos, they can easily get the concepts and they can prepare themselves. And you have to analyze yourself that where you were off in that previous March exam. First, analyze yourself. Everyone will be having this analyzing capacity, but we won't use and we won't accept for ourselves. So accept the truth. So where you were off, you have to go to that point and concentrate to make that point to be corrected by yourself. Because if anyone will say, you will feel bad. Everyone will feel bad, isn't it? So better not to do like that. Okay. So here we have to go with our plus and minus points. Whatever the strengths and the weaknesses, what we are having, we have to concentrate, because in the first year, you might don't know about yourself. But after the first IP exams, when the time of the supply exams came, you will be knowing about yourself very well, where you were off, where you were on, isn't it? So your strengths and the weaknesses, you won't know better than anyone, and the faculty only knows about it, but no one will accept. That's the second one. Okay, leave it. So I'm saying for yourself only, because you are there now with your parents. So you cannot say your negative points to your parents. So don't bother to say anything. At least help by yourself to have a better future. But this is our aim, to make the better future. Whatever our obstacles are there, we need to make our path very clear to go forward, and we should have a good life afterwards. And again, we should not have to cross this type of path in our life. So that's the main aim of this. Till now also, if we are not correcting ourselves, means no one can correct you. No one can correct you. I'm saying, so frank, and everyone need to accept this point. You accept it or not, that's up to you. So this is the one truth. Okay. So here, the first 3 LAQs, in that one LAQ will be coming, and the theoretical one only. So maximum students are having the problem in remembering the spellings and recollecting the spellings, and pronunciation problems are there in our subjects. It is in the botany and the zoology. Pronunciation problem. If you pronounce in a wrong way, you will write the spelling in a wrong way. Because when you are saying, talking, walking, in that we won't say L. L is the silent letter, no. So we cannot say talking, walking, isn't it? It looks bad. It looks awkward. Same thing. When you write the wrong spelling, when you will write When you pronounce the word in a wrong way, you will write the spelling in a wrong way. So correct this small thing and be sure if you cannot pronounce, at least say the spelling at that place where the word comes. Because I have gone through like those students also. So the students who are with me, some are having that problem in pronunciation. So what they used to say, complete spelling, they used to say at that place, the word place, they used to say the complete spelling, and the next word they used to say. So this is the way to correct right now. Afterwards, once the age comes and the experience comes, we'll be knowing how to overcome this and how to pronounce the word in a proper way. So be practice on the spellings, whatever you are off. Okay, first of all, then go with the other thing, because once we have started with the bacteria and the virus, in the bacteria, the spellings are there, the bacterial organism names. In that, if you have done the spelling mistake, writing part, complete answer, you will lose the marks. So I don't want any student to lose the marks in my subject, at least where you can score maximum marks. In that also, if you are losing the marks, means it's not good part from your side only now. It's not from the faculty side, because everyone will say to concentrate on the spellings. But once we overheard that thing, so no one can correct us. So correct yourself right now. At least time is there. At least more 15 days are there with us, where we can correct ourselves and get the good score. So yesterday we have seen from the bacteria chapter, there is a conjugation process. Okay, there also, in that also I am saying right now what I said and what I have given you the word in the yesterday's answer. I have given the word as the E. coli. Isn't it? Why I have given this as E. coli? Because some students don't know how to pronounce this E, full form, the genus of the organism, Escherichia. So if you don't know how to pronounce it, the writing part will go off. So we need to concentrate on the pronunciation over here. So better to do the things in a proper way. So for everyone, I'm taking care of the good students to the other students, not the bad students over here. The students who are by bad luck, they got the less marks in the IPE exams and they are going to write the supply exams. So for them, I'm saying where you were off might be like this silly mistakes where you did, and sometimes you have not attempted the electives also. If you have not written the electives, no one can give you the full marks. So if the elective was written, at least if you should get only 4 marks, and by mistake you are getting only 20 marks, otherwise 19 or 18 marks in the theory. At least here we can add up 3 more marks, because elective is of 8 marks better. So it is a chance is there for us to add up and make you to go with the 21 pass marks. So this is a mandatory question what we have to attempt in the IPE exams. And you got now the MSET results. So in the MSET also, same concepts we have written, we have gone through now. In the NEET exam also same concept. So why we were off over here? Writing part was missing. Proper writing part was missing. So learn this one. So now the second question from the bacteria chapter. Somewhat important, because in the supply exams, they may give, this is the easiest one, and everyone can easily write this answer. That is the morphology, otherwise the types of bacteria, morphology of the bacteria. Okay, the question will be explain different morphological conditions of the bacteria. Otherwise, what we can say, types of bacteria. So when we are saying types of bacteria, how many types of bacteria are there? So that's the directly you can come to the conclusion of this part. No need to write unnecessary part in this answer because the answer is somewhat lengthy. It looks like lengthy, but easiest one. So the shapes of the bacteria, otherwise the types of bacteria. So bacteria are originally having 4 different types. The first one is the cocci bacteria, cocci shape. And the second one is the bacilli type. Third one is spirillum. And fourth one is vibrio. So basically bacteria are of 4 different types: cocci, bacilli, spirillum, and vibrio. So now comes the first one, cocci type of bacteria. So cocci means spherical shaped bacteria. The bacteria are of spherical shape. So the students who are having the problem in writing the spherical shape, they can use instead of this word round. Not everyone. Not everyone. Only the students who don't know, we are having the problem in writing the spherical word. Only for them. I am saying not for everyone. Only they can use the word as round. Once we have seen this word, we will be knowing that you are having a problem in writing the somewhat difficult words. So that is the one. When you want to score in the supply exams also full marks, by mistake, you got the failure marks in the subject and all other subjects were cleared with the good marks. That is 50, 51, 52 like that. And in the second language also above 93, 90 above. And in the first language, that is in English also, you got the good score. Okay, 80 plus are like that. Then they will see this marks also. So to them, you want to score good marks over here now. By mistake, we got the failure marks. It's not that we are dumb over there. So for them, they have to use this word. And the students who came from Telugu medium to inter schooling in Telugu medium and came to inter English medium. So those will have the problem in the spellings. The second year, they will overcome all these things. But then also, if we cannot take any chance right now, if we are taking a chance means we have to write again this exam in the March. So I don't want anyone to go till the March. So better to go with right now only you people have to clear this paper. Okay, my intention is that. So for that, those people can go with the wrong word. But usually we have to say it as a spherical shape. I'm saying for all types of students, ma. So here I don't know about you people personally. So don't take it personally, anyone. Okay? Open mind should be there. When we are saying means we don't know anyone. So for everyone, when we are taking class, so that means the somewhat good students and somewhat the students who cannot go with the hard words for everyone. Okay. So these cocci shaped bacteria, now they are present in different forms. The first one is the monococcus. Monococcus means single spherical shaped, single circular shaped bacteria is present. That is monococcus. The side heading and the simple word, single cocci bacteria, and draw the diagram over. Next one is the diplococcus. Diplococcus. Diplococcus means the two cocci bacteria are attached themselves on their lateral side. So here the words are very, very specific. On the lateral side, that means on sideways. Okay, if you use on sideways, it is a wrong word, otherwise a wrong method of representing in the theoretical way. So here it's just similar to the maths. Okay, so whatever you will write, like that only you will get marks. So maths also same thing now. Whatever you will do, you will get the marks. Here also same thing. If you have done in the wrong way, the expression, then you will have to lose the marks. No option left out over there. So the two cocci bacteria are attached on their lateral side because two bacteria can attach one above the other also. That's not the diplococcus then. Diplococcus means the bacteria which are attached on the sideways. That is the diplococcus. Next one is the tetracoccus. Four cocci bacteria attach themselves like a square. That is the tetracoccus. Four cocci bacteria attach themselves like a square. That is the tetracoccus. Next comes with the streptococcus. More than two cocci bacteria are attached on their lateral side to make a chain-like structure. Here I am not saying two, more than two, because two already I have mentioned for the diplococcus. So I cannot say more than one or two. More than two. When more than two bacteria are attached on their lateral side to make a chain-like structure, that is called as the streptococcus. Okay. Next one is the staphylococcus. Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus means when the cocci bacteria are attached in an irregular shape. Many cocci bacteria are attached in irregular shape. That is the staphylococcus. And the last one is the Sarcina. Sarcina means 8 cocci bacteria are attached like a cuboid. They are making themselves as a cuboid. That is the Sarcina. Cube. That is the Sarcina. Okay. Like this, the cocci bacteria are going to be present. Now comes with the second type of bacteria. That is bacilli type. So in this, again, bacilli type means when the bacteria are having the rod shape for them. Rod-shaped bacteria are called as the bacilli type of bacteria. So even they are present in different forms. There is a monobacillus. Monobacillus. Single rod-shaped bacteria is present. There is the monobacillus. Next one is the diplobacillus. Diplobacillus. Diplobacillus means the two rod-shaped bacteria are attached themselves on their lateral sides. That is the diplobacillus, not one above the other, on their lateral sides. Next one is the streptobacillus. More than 2 rod-shaped bacteria are attached to make a chain-like structure. It's called as streptobacillus. Now comes the third type, that is the spirillum. Spirillum type. That means these bacteria are having the spring-like structure, or else you can draw like this also. Spring-like structure where the complete body is having the flagellum on them. That is the spring-like spirillum type of bacteria. Okay. And in this spirillum type of bacteria, we can give the example as Begiota. Example as Begiota. And the last one is the Vibrio type. Vibrio type. Vibrio type means when the bacteria is present just like a comma shape. Comma-shaped bacteria is called as the Vibrio. Okay. And this is having the, this does not have the flagella mostly. Maybe some organisms, some genus may have the flagella. So no need to draw the flagella. Comma-shaped bacteria are the Vibrio bacteria. Example, Vibrio cholera. Example, Vibrio cholera. Cholera causing organism. There is a Vibrio type of bacteria. Okay, like this we have to write. And at the last, we have to write the last one, that is the some bacterial organisms can change their shape and structure based on the outside environment. That is called, those are called as the pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphism means when the bacteria can change their shape and structure. Change their shape and structure. Based on the outside atmosphere. Those are called as the pleomorphic bacteria. Okay. Example for this is Acetobacter. Acetobacter is the best example for the pleomorphic bacteria. And this pleomorphic bacteria we can expect in the 2 marks also. So what they will ask in the 2 marks, what is pleomorphism? Otherwise, what is pleomorphic bacteria? Give an example. That means the bacteria which can change their shape and structure according to the outside atmosphere are called as the pleomorphic bacteria. Example, Acetobacter. Whatever we are learning in the 4 marks, same thing we can get in the 2 marks also. Okay, that is the There is a plus point in this chapter and in my subject only. Okay. Once we have prepared with this 4 marks answer, that is the types of the bacteria, then we can get the 1-2 marks question also in that. That's a plus point only always. And the next topic in this chapter is the based on the by the presence of a flagella on the bacterial body. Again, it is of different types based on the flagella on the bacteria. These are of different types. So again, the question will be like this. Okay. Based on the number of flagella on the bacteria, describe how many types are there. Like that, the question. So here we have to write in one sentence. The answer can be finished for the types. So if the bacteria does not have any flagella, that is atrichous. Atrichous, that is no flagella for it. Those are the atrichous bacteria. And the second one is monotrichous. Mono means one. So monotrichous. Only one flagella is present at one of its pole. Not everywhere. At one of its pole, if one flagella is present, that also not many. Only one count. Here count occurs. One bacteria, one flagella at one pole. That is the monotrichous. Okay. Now comes the only one sentence. One flagella present at one pole. Draw the simple diagram there. End of this part. Next one is the Lophotrichus. More than 2 flagella are when present at one single pole. More than 2 flagella when that is present at one single pole, that is called as the Lophotrichus. Now comes the Amphitrichus. Amphitrichus. Amphitrichus means when more than 2 flagella are present on both poles of the bacteria. Otherwise, we can say when tuft of flagella are present on both poles, that is called as the Amphitrichus. Now comes the last one is the Peritrichus. Peritrichus. Peritrichus means all over the bacterial body. When flagella are present, that is called as the Peritrichus. This much. So here, how many types of flagella are now? How many types of bacteria are there based on the number of flagella? 5 different types. In some materials, they have not mentioned this atrichus. But in the reader, we are having the atrichus. So it's a mandatory for us to write this type of the bacteria also, which does not have the flagella for them. Okay. So don't think that I have given you the extra answer. No, it's not like that extra. It's the in the syllabus only we are having. But in some materials, they didn't mention about this atrichus. But here we have to mention it better so that we will get the full marks. Other, if you are having the anything mistake over there, Then also it can be overcome if you have written the 5 types with the complete spellings clearly. Okay. Trichus means flagella. So a trichus, if the bacteria does not have any flagella. Monotrichus, if the one flagella at one pole. No need of writing complete sentence also. Atrichus, no flagella, and draw the one rod-shaped bacteria. Diagram over, explanation over. We don't want much more explanation for this. Remember, it's a very simple one. If you got this answer, if you get this one in the now in the June, then it's the easiest one, and everyone has to score 4 out of 4 this. Okay, monotrichus, one single flagella at one pole. This much sentence only I need over there, not more than this, not at all the histories completely. Okay, one single flagella at one pole. Draw the simple diagram there and there itself. Don't draw all the diagrams at one place. Okay, it's not like that. Lophotrichus, more than one flagella present at one pole of the bacteria. And next comes the fourth one is the amphitrichus. Now, both the poles more than 2 flagella are present. That is the amphitrichus. Next one is the last one is the peritrichus. Peritrichus means all over the bacteria, flagella are equally distributed. Equally distributed, not at one place more than one, at another place once only one, not like that. Complete bacteria is having the flagella, that is equal distribution of the flagella. That is the peritrichus. Okay. Now comes with the another somewhat bigger answer. But here we can go with the logic-wise preparation of this answer. That is the nutrition in bacteria. So here, how to remember and how to go to the final conclusion of this answer. Easy. And in some materials, they made it as a clumsy. Okay. In a systematic way, if you prepare, this will come as a very easy for us to how we will say the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For this, no need to look into the book. After 97, what comes? No need to look into the book now to see. Otherwise, to ask our friends what comes after this. No need. How we got it? Because that is present in a systematic order. You cannot go say 8 before 7, isn't it? Like that, here also some tricks are there to catch hold the phenomena to go with the answering technique. And if you remember, if you have written the MCET exam, there also we will get like this questions based on this. So that's the most important one to remember for the competitive exam also. Now I cannot say for the competitive exam, so I'm going only with the IPE wise. Okay, nutrition. That means nutrition means food preparation. So the food can be prepared in bacteria by 2 different ways. That is some are autotrophs again, and that is if not that, then obviously all the bacteria are the heterotrophs. That is they are present on the some other host for that food or shelter. That is the parasitic in nature, isn't it? So here the bacteria, some are having the autotrophic. That means they can prepare their own food material. So basically nutrition in bacteria can be divided into 2 types. There is the autotrophic and the heterotrophic. Autotrophic nature and the heterotrophic nature. Autotrophic nature means when the bacteria which can prepare its own food material like plants, those are called as the autotrophic bacteria. And these autotrophic bacteria will have the chlorophyll pigment in them. Okay, not the chloroplast, chlorophyll pigment in them. That is the autotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic means when the bacteria will depend on other host from other organism for their food or shelter. That is called as the heterotrophic nature. So those are the heterotrophic bacteria. Okay. Now comes in the autotrophic bacteria. Again, they can prepare the food by here again they are of two different types. That is the photoautotrophic and chemoautotrophic. Okay, photoautotrophic and chemoautotrophic. That means photoautotrophic means the bacteria which can prepare their own food by taking up the direct sunlight like plants. Those are called as the photoautotrophic bacteria. And these photoautotrophic bacteria are green in color. Okay, there is the chlorobium is the best example. How to remember the words also I am saying. Okay. Here the example is chlorobium. Okay, chlorophyll pigment. Some bacteria which are having the chlorophyll pigment in them, they can absorb the direct sunlight to get the energy and moisture from the outside atmosphere and carbon dioxide from the outside atmosphere as a carbon source and prepares their own food material. Those are called as the photoautotrophic bacteria. Okay, purple sulfur bacteria also comes under the photoautotrophic bacteria. Next comes the chemoautotrophic bacteria. Chemoautotrophic bacteria means they will take up the atmospheric carbon dioxide and moisture from the outside atmosphere, and instead of light, that is the energy gaining process. The energy they will get from the chemicals that are present in the outside atmosphere, wherever they are growing. That is the chemoautotrophic bacteria. Okay, they will get the energy from the chemicals that are present outside, and they will get the carbon source from the carbon dioxide and the moisture from the outside atmosphere. Those are the chemoautotrophic bacteria. And again, in this chemicals, which type of chemicals they can split and get the energy? That is, splitting means the chemicals are oxidizing. Okay, the chemicals were oxidized and they will split. Once they will oxidize means they will split. Then the energy will be released. That energy was taken up by this bacteria to prepare the food material. Those are the chemoautotrophic bacteria. And in the chemoautotrophic bacteria, again we are having the sulfur bacteria, oxidizing sulfur. Okay, so in this oxidizing sulfur means they will split the very much complex substances and they will prepare them, they will split them one and get the sulfur as the sulfur molecules in them and store in its body. That is one kind of sulfur bacteria. And the another one is they will split the substances in such a way that some organisms, they will release the H2S gas and they will store in their body. That is the Begiota, the one what we have already seen as the spirillum example. So that same bacteria will be considered as the chemoautotrophic bacteria. And here it is making them as it is splitting the complex substances and releasing the H2S gas and storing in its body. So afterwards, we can extract this H2S gas. Otherwise, we can extract the sulfur also as an element from its body. Okay. So those are the chemoautotrophic bacteria in that oxidizing sulfur. And the next one is the iron bacteria. That means some bacteria which will split the heavy elements. There is a ferrous ions into the ferric state. Ferrous state into the ferric state, they will oxidize and they will store in its body so that we can extract this iron element from their body also. So those are the iron bacteria. So there is the thiobacillus is the best example over here. And the next one is the nitrifying bacteria, nitrogen bacteria. Otherwise, nitrifying bacteria. So these bacteria are the ones which will oxidize, otherwise convert the nitrogen and store in its body. Okay. There is the nitrogen can be converted and stored in its body as the NH3 ammonia, what we know. Same thing in the reverse order, if you say that's the nitrifying bacteria, otherwise nitrogen bacteria. So those are the ones what we can say the nitrites to nitrates and the nitrates to the nitrites. So whenever these are doing like this functioning, then at the last they will release the nitrogen gas. That is the bacteria what we are using as the biofertilizers now. Nitrogen fixing bacteria. So the same thing what we have to write over here. And the next one is heterotrophs. In the heterotrophs, what we have to say in the heterotrophs means the bacteria which cannot live on its own and completely depending on the food or shelter or food and shelter both on the host. Those are called as the heterotrophic bacteria. So again, these are of two types, parasites and the saprophytes. So what is meant by parasitic organisms? Parasitic organisms means the bacteria which lives on some other host for their food or shelter, for only one thing, food or shelter. Those are called as the parasites. And maximum of these parasitic bacteria causes infections to the human beings or all other living organisms. Okay. And any example we can give? Streptococcus pneumonia causing organism. Okay. Otherwise, E. coli is a parasite in our intestine. So it's easy for you to write it as the word also, E. coli, which is living as a parasite in our intestine, which helps out for the proper digestion of the food material in our abdomen. Okay. If the number increases, then it shows the side effects. Otherwise, minimum number is mandatory in our intestine so that we can go with the proper digestion process. That is the E. coli. You can write this also in the examples of the parasitic organisms. And the saprophytes. Saprophytes means the organisms which are living on the dead and decaying matter are called as the saprophytes. The organisms which are living on dead and decaying organisms are called as the saprophytes. So whenever any organism dies, the body has to deteriorate in the soil, isn't it? So it has to coming as it gives some odd smell. So after spoiling of the body, so that action occurs only with this saprophytic bacteria. So in all species, some species of You can write it as some species of bacilli are saprophytic organisms. That's it. Because without this, we cannot live. Okay. So this is the one. And linked to this, the next SAQ is bacteria are friends and foes. This is the last SAQ in this chapter. So what is meant by friends and foes? Friends we know. Foes, enemies. So what we learned in the previous answer, same thing if you mention here, that's the answer for this question. That means if you mention, if you have forgotten the examples, otherwise you are having a problem in writing the scientific names of the organisms. At least if you mention the diseases, what it causes to us, then also you will get 3 marks. Damn sure, I'm giving the assurance. We will correct. We will give like this marks only. So if you write the disease also sufficient, use the first floor brain, then you will have this answering technique in my subject. Logically, we have to go. The science, whenever you are learning the biology, means logic need to be learned. Logic has to be followed. Without logic, no life in us. If anyone comes to our house, if we don't like them, then also you will have a fake smile. Get in, please come and sit. Isn't it? Same thing here also. For answering also, you have to follow some techniques. Otherwise, parents will scold us. To avoid that, we will show the fake smile. Nah? Same thing here. So what we learned in the previous one, that is the last topic and the first topic. Bacteria are friends and foes. That means some bacteria, how to start this answer? Some bacteria are useful for the human beings and some are harmful for the human beings. And what are the useful bacteria? The bacteria through which we are making the vaccines to protect ourselves. That is the useful bacteria. Obviously, without that, without the vaccinations, we cannot survive like this these many years. Within 1 year only, chapter closed for us if we have not taken the vaccinations. So those are the friends for us. And some other organisms, what now we have seen the organisms where the saprophytic organisms, how they are useful for us, they will start decaying the dead bodies. Otherwise, that is the plant part, otherwise the animal, otherwise the human beings. The body has to destroy now. So for that, this bacteria will help out in releasing the complex substances into the simpler substances. Gases can be released. So hot smell will be coming now. So that is with this. Without this bacteria, saprophytic organism, human beings cannot survive. If we have learned if we got much more million crores of money also, where is the place to build a house for us? If entire world is filled up with the dead bodies. So no chance for us to survive. If we are billionaires also, we are depending on the smallest organism, that is bacteria. It is a saprophytic organism. If you remember like this, why I am saying all this? So that you can remember at least for the supply exams. My aim is to make you to prepare. So don't write all these histories over there. No one will read. Okay. So friends, in that saprophytes also comes for us. The bacteria, some bacteria through which we are making the vaccines, medicinal usages, and some bacteria that are the saprophytic organisms which help out in decaying the organisms' bodies so that the environment will be purified. Intestine. Some bacteria which lives as a parasitic organisms in our body. So those are the that is helps out in the digestion process. That is the E. coli. Simply, I am saying, actually, we have to go in another way. The answering of this. along with the organism names. But here I am saying like this very small hints so that you can write about the friends that is a useful bacteria. And some bacteria are having the bioluminescence in them. That means they will glow in the absence of sunlight, like a tube light. We are having like that pens and the toys. Okay, even the MCH, the people who will sweep the roads and the traffic police will have wear a jacket now on that radium colors are there. Those are glowing in the absence of sunlight. Those are the bioluminescence. So some bacteria are helpful in doing the bioluminescence. And the one what we only learned in the 11th chapter, that is rDNA technology. Some bacteria are useful in the genetic engineering. Plasmid DNA we have learned now. So this also you can write in the fence and pores of the bacteria. And next one is the force. Force means enemies. So what are the enemy activity? That means harmful activity of the bacteria. Some bacteria, maximum bacteria will causes different types of infections to different types of the organisms, including the plants, animals, and the human beings. If you remember any one of the disease, you can write. Otherwise, simply wind up like this. Then also you will get 3 marks for this answer. Damn sure. Okay, so that you can easily pass through the exam. Okay, so with this we have finished the bacterial chapter. So we'll continue with the other 4 SQs from the virus in the tomorrow's class, and stay tuned to this channel at the same time, and we'll join with you tomorrow. Okay, right, thank you.